Course in Miracles says everything is either love or a call for love. It's pretty easy to figure out. If you or someone you see is helpful, happy, radiating warmth or joy, they're expressing love, a high vibration, their divine self. And if you or someone you see is unhappy, unhelpful, radiating dissatisfaction or blaming others, they're calling for love. Regrettably, unless we're spiritually conscious in the moment, when someone is unpleasant to us, our default response is to be unpleasant right back, thereby compounding the bad feelings. Now we're both hurting and need of a love infusion. My friend Pigeon once told me about a friend of hers who dreaded dealing with her bad-tempered, disagreeable insurance agent. But this friend thought to send flowers to her agent with a nice note, and from that point on, the agent was friendly and welcomed her phone calls. Pigeon's friend answered the call for love with love. Brilliant! It's a win-win. Earlier this week, and right before Christmas, I was inspired by Pigeon's story to send love to our often unhelpful, moody postmistress in the local rural town of the church where I work. Mandy, as I'll call her, was failing to deliver on time the 11 envelopes dropped in the local slot for townsfolk each Wednesday evening for the upcoming Sunday service. Plus, 2 weeks before, she'd returned the envelopes for 15 cents postage due on each. I could swear 6 sheets of paper in an envelope weigh in at just 1 ounce, and this was more like 5.5 sheets. So none of those made it to their destination by Sunday either. And by the way, none of the envelopes in the out-of-town mail were ever returned. This week, there was a slip of paper in our P.O. box saying postage was due. Not how much, not from whom, no date, not the usual envelope in which to place the cash, nothing. The post office is open in the mornings, and now I work only a couple of afternoons a week, so I no longer have actual contact with Mandy herself. A couple of local churchwomen graciously deliver the monthly mass newsletter mailing to Mandy. And this week, they asked Mandy why they sometimes don't receive the weekly bulletin mailing by Sunday. Mandy said she was overworked and not able to deal with all this church mail each week. 11 envelopes, with 3 days to place them in their boxes. As you probably gather, Mandy has a reputation in town as being a generally unpleasant person to deal with. I suspect the increased Christmas load was stressing her more than usual and didn't help. There's a part of us that feels righteously justified in joining in with the group consensus to condemn an easy target like Mandy. I did catch myself after a bit, and I reframed my thinking around Mandy. I focused on acceptance and understanding and compassion that she's just not a very happy person. She's being faced with challenges that conspire to best teach her the lessons she came here to learn and so forth. It was then that I was struck with the realization that Mandy's behavior was a call for love. And I was also struck by the inspiration of Pigeon's friend. I wrote Mandy a thank you message in a Christmas card with a generous tip, telling her we know hers can be a thankless job and we truly appreciate all the services she does provide. I am appreciative of the many tasks Mandy performs for us, even if I am grateful I can buy stamps and ship packages from elsewhere and others now deliver the newsletter to Mandy. I don't know if or how she will react to the card, but I do know Mandy is calling for love, and this was a good way to give her some, and I felt really good about it. Next time you're dealing with a grumpy service person or an unhappy family member or friend, try to remember they're calling for love, and you can give it to them. Go ahead and shine that divine.